Hi. I'm gonna have to change this setting. Okay. There. I just realized that's probably way too loud still. Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Or welcome to my channel. So, apparently the motorcycles wait for me to start until they drive by. That's like the plan. They're like, okay, she has started. It is time to drive by. Turn on the light. Sorry. Okay, let me show you this cool outfit. Okay. Very punk, very steampunky. This is cool though. The skirt is neat. It's just like, I always wear leggings underneath it because it's more like sheer than it was supposed to be and more sheer than I thought. So, ooh, I was like, well, there. Hope you guys are doing well. So good to see you. I know it's been a minute. Oh my goodness. I went to Cleveland. But I'm back. I came out of Ohio. And I'm home from Ohio. Hooray. Thank the Lord for getting me home safely. But I had a celebration of life to go to. It was very beautiful. It was emotional. But I'm here. I'm back. And I'm so glad to be here. And I feel like, yeah, I did a lot of purging of the tears. And that's okay. So what's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl, Daisydame. Welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. So I wanted to talk about stuff going on with summer because I'm frustrated that the case is so where it's at. And I want to talk about a few other things as well, like things that are just going on with all kinds of stuff, just like wild headlines I've seen recently. So thank you so much for popping in and popping out. Don't forget to hit the like. It's free. It really means a lot. And also check me out on Facebook, DameVonBonDaisy, on Instagram, DameVonBonDaisy, or damevonbondaisyart. There you can see all my artwork. I was going to show you a couple of those while people start joining us. Yeah, you can check me out there. That would be very cool. No pressure. Always feel free to window shop. I love that. I encourage that. That's all good. Festival coming up. Yay! I can't stop talking about it because it's almost time. So before festival season, I'm always like doing as much as I can, doing the most, one would say. Like I always try and just, make sure that all the paintings that I want to bring are completed, that any little fixes are made, that if I don't have enough like smaller paintings to bring, I make some of those. That the tie-dyes, we have enough of those. Yeah. I'm a businesswoman, okay? That's a joke. Okay. Yeah, and so this is what I'm working on recently. We're doing like bandanas, headbands, stuff like that, which is really cool. I'll show you that real quick too. But you can also check me out on Twitch, damedaisyplays. I have a second channel that used to be damedaisyplays, but now it's MaggieMayhem. Look how cool that is. So what I wanted was I actually wanted to just like start designing my own shirts and stuff because I really love my doodles. Like I make really strange doodles. So that doesn't always translate into paintings. And I was like, well, what if I just start putting them on these? And it's working. So there's that. Thank you so much to my members. And welcome to your very own deprogramming session. Okay, so the purpose of this stream is to look at the context clues and start to better understand the story of summer. Because if you guys have ever seen 500 Days of Summer, this situation is way sadder than that. Like, this is way sadder than the movie 500 Days of Summer. And I love JGL, okay? I grew up crushing on that dude when he was on, what, Third Rock from the Sun? Or was it? Yeah, it was Third Rock from the Sun. Oh, good show. Does that date me? I don't care. Let me go on. So there has been a lot of conversation around this particular case, and the parents have not made themselves look innocent by any means. I wanted to just look at, like I said, the context clues about this whole ordeal. I want to see, why is it that the parents have made such a spectacle of this? Why wouldn't they take something like this more serious? I don't understand that. And they're taking advantage of this situation, but not in the right ways. Just saying, from my opinion. And the tragedy pimps and others, they just have really destroyed the story in a sense. And it's not, it shouldn't be a story, right? It's a case, but you know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, there's just a lot to it. Even walking channels, cooking channels, everybody wanted to talk about summer. Everyone. Okay, it got everybody had their 2 cents to throw in for summer. I just think that one common big belief that I am seeing recently is that Don and Candace Wills are too dumb to pull this off. And I have something I have to say about that, okay? People say they're too dumb to pull this off. That may be true. That may ring true. That is actually probably very likely the truth, okay? But, and that's a big booty. The truth is that the truth will come to the surface. Like, that's gonna happen, right? But what I think the issue is that when two people are in a relationship and they struggle from affliction, well, they're gonna feed off that toxicity, right? Like a whole lot. Hi, thank you so much for being here. Oh, you guys are so amazing. I really do appreciate it. But they do. They feed off each other's toxicity, and they would do just about anything, right? They are no longer in the driver's seat. Guess what? Bye-bye. They were kicked out long ago. That affliction is now taking the wheel. It's driving, and it don't care who's in the road. That's facts on God, okay? I wish it wasn't true. I wish it wasn't a thing. I wish that affliction didn't exist, but it does, right? And these are two parents with some serious demons, right? Like serious demons. And I don't like wish that on anybody. That's so the sad, the big, very sad, right? It is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the point being is, yes, Don and Candace, not very smart people. Could people really think they could just pull this off? I don't think so. I don't think that they're like smart enough to pull something like that off, but I think their addiction is smart enough. Their addiction is cunning enough to say, we're going to do what we got to do, okay? I mean, if Don Wells had attempted or already had the idea to do, or, well, I don't want to say like do it again allegedly, right? Let the allegedly gods bestow upon us that fairy dust, okay? Allegedly, Don tried to part ways with one of the children before in this very same manner. Yeah, it's festival season, you guys, so I have been working on the art. I'll show you a couple more as I go. This one is so pretty. Okay, yeah, so it's like, if it's already in his past, come on. And, you know, I think that the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, I don't think that's very true. I think that you can teach an old dog new tricks, but you can't change a stubborn man, I'll tell you that, okay? You might be able to teach an old dog new tricks, but a stubborn man in his ways, no. Especially in Tennessee. Have you been to Tennessee? Some of you are probably from Tennessee. Oh my goodness, I went to a bluegrass festival there once. Well, I've been a couple times. But listen, Tennessee, it's a special kind of person. They're wild, okay? Listen, I don't like country. Calm down, people. They're like, oh my God, bluegrass. Stop it. It is the closest thing to folk that you get from country, okay? Calm down. Let me go on. So, do I think Don and Candace are smart enough to pull this off alone? No. Is enough affliction strong enough to pull off some shady-ish? Yes, that is true, yes. I do believe that could play into it, okay? Don and Candace obviously both struggle with affliction, and these two people do seem to be thick as a brick. And I'm not trying to be rude, but they're a simple kind of person. That's like a simpleton person right there. That's what some people would rudely call a Neanderthal. Do you guys know what that is? Shall we go into the Neanderthal? No, let us not, okay? Too many jokes, too soon. And honestly, I apologize for giggling so much, but, you know, I'm past the point of just, like, blown away by all of this. And you guys know that laughing helps me cope with all of the madness that we have to see all the time, right? Okay, so affliction is manipulative and cunning. It is what it is. But before we dive too deep into that, let's look at a short TLDR of Summer Moon Utah Wells, who went missing in 2021. The story is that she just vanished. But as we know, people do not vanish. Okay? It doesn't happen like that. People don't just vanish. Okay? Poor Summer was being raised by two very dysfunctional people in a rural area of Hawkins County, Tennessee. There's so many red flags and bad vibes to this whole thing. So many. Like, if you were to walk up to it, you would be like, bad vibes. Yes, I love when you are so kind to each other in the comments. Thank you for that. You guys are so beautiful. I so appreciate you so much. You have no idea. My big old chunky wonky heart is like, kaboom. It's gonna explode. And I genuinely, like, people will get so obsessed with these numbers, but, like, they really will be dogging on each other if you get less than 100 people in your chat. But guess what? I love it. Some of my favorite streams are when we have, like, 10 people, so don't even come at me, okay? Because we could pull up to 1,000 if we really wanted to. We're just enjoying ourselves and waiting for the right people to find us, okay? Sorry. Let me go on. Don't forget, hit the like. It's free and it means a lot. Red flags and bad vibes. From the start, we have multiple narratives of what happened with Summer. And they kept appearing. If this was a video game, you would be like, which one is the main storyline and why is there 3? Right? You would be like, so wait, are these like side quests or which one is the real storyline? And if it was a movie, nobody would have any idea. It wouldn't even be a movie because this is such madness that they couldn't think to make this a movie. Genuinely. Okay. And the first narrative that we hear, or that comes about, is that Candace went for a run. Okay. With the kindest of intentions, I think the moment everyone saw Candace, they knew that she was not going for the run. Okay? Candace is not someone who seems to enjoy physical activity. Okay, and that's from someone that goes to the gym. Like, ooh, calm down now. Like 3 times a week, right? Like, Candace was not about to do this. She's not about to go for a run. So the next one is that she's about to go for a walk. Candace is not about to go for a walk. She's not about to go for a run. She's about to hardly walk very far at all. Okay? So I think they realized both of these storylines were a big no bueno and were not going to fly with the public real quick. Like, they felt it out. They saw this is not going to work. And we've seen it, especially with the cases lately. Like the West trial, the boys, those poor boys. Oh my goodness. They reported them missing, but that's not exactly true to what happened, is it? No. They didn't go missing, did they? No. So wrong. Okay, so we know that Candace is not running. They're not walking. And due to their appearance alone, people would know that. So this had to change. Don knew. The first impression is an important one. And it seemed like Don was going to play that up, okay? So when we are first introduced to the Wells family, it seems as though they are good, righteous, God-fearing Christians, and they portrayed this image. They attempted to portray this image. Listen, they clearly went to Walmart, bought the fanciest thing they saw off the rack, and put that on for a week and rocked it. That's what they did. They said, let's do all the press, knock it out in a week, get our Sunday best on, get used to this church for the next month, and that's what we'll do. And now we're reborn. That is so wrong. Why is it that when people commit such atrocities, then they go to God? Then they go to God. Well, maybe if you would have done it the other way around, you wouldn't have been in such a situation, you know? Nobody should be in this position. Nobody deserves to be in that position. Not even the worst on the world, right? But it's terrible. So yeah, people knew this was not gonna fly. We're shown these God-fearing people, but the thing is like you could tell, again, just by their energy, maybe it's the vibe, whatever it may be, but something fell off. It was like, this is not true to their character. And nothing wrong with that. If you're a simple person who likes simple clothing, who can go to the Goodwill, make your own clothing, that's what I do, right? You can do that. Like, you can do that. Why not? Save money. Nothing wrong with that. That doesn't even make you like hillbilly bums or southern trash or whatever anybody wants to call it. It doesn't make you country. It doesn't make you anything. It just makes you a more, creative person at times, I guess. But listen, you could tell that these were not God-fearing people. These people did not fear God. They did not fear nobody. They should have been fearing the devil. That's what they should have done, because the devil was knocking at their door. It's no bueno. I think that most people, again, they saw that this was not going to happen. This image of them being some God-fearing people, it faded away faster than the buzzes that they would get, okay? And yet again, it's apparent that it's just very untrue. Oh, hi, guys. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. Hi, guys. You're so amazing. Please do all that's free. Like, sub, hit the bell. I really appreciate you. And for all of you who just hang out for just that bit, I really appreciate it. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me. It means a lot, like, seriously. Right now we're talking about the summer case and how I'm just, like, utterly frustrated that we're still no further, and kind of just going over a little bit of the story and the red flags. So if you're interested in that, and even if you're not, hang out for a bit, because I'm like your midday punch in the gut of energy and giggles, and it can be a lot of fun, even though some of the topics are pretty sad and grim. So do get cozy. There's plenty of room all over the place, and like I said, the lake is free. But don't stress yourself. Don't strain a finger when you can. Do your thing, okay? Let's get back into it. So everybody knew that this narrative of Candace going for a walk wasn't true. Not going for a walk. Everyone knew Candace wasn't going for a run. Not true. I'm sorry, but she likely hasn't run a day in her life, the poor thing, Just saying, okay? You can tell that she is just not one for the exercising. And these people presenting themselves as God-fearing people, this too would fade quickly. The neighbors, the friends, they were like, nah, that's not who they are. They're being silly. They're putting on a cosplay for y'all. And the 911 call was Candace calling in to report this missing child. Again, we've seen it recently with the West case. Not all children reported missing go missing. Or sometimes they go missing on purpose, which is really messed up, because that was in another case recently. If you're wondering why I look like, I don't know, Wednesday Addams, I have no answers for you right now, but I will show you the outfit of the day. It's festival season. You guys know this. I'm getting ready. I'm getting in the mindset. I am channeling my festy bestie, okay? I cringed too. It's okay. We're here. We're here for it. Okay, so listen. I went into the radio scanner and everything, and I was like, we got to go back to the start. So the radio scanner says, Candace, again, reports the child missing. They state the mother goes for a walk. Mother never went for a walk. This is very clear. What I think is that she got too rip-faced, passed out, forgot about that she even existed or had any minis at all, and then realized, oh crap, my mini is gone. Okay, that's very bad. That's very bad. Listen, being a mother is a very rough, thankless job. It can be the wildest thing. And even a father, if you're a parent, you know this, okay? It's unforgiving, right? Like, it's relentless. It's never ending. And these are like not terms that I would describe being a parent, but terms that I could see Candace describing being a parent as, right? For me, it is a blessing. It is a godsend. It gave me a second chance at a life. Like, it gave me renewed purpose. It gave me, I understood what love meant for the first time in my life. Like, I was like, oh, snap. I love this little being so much. Like, more than anything ever existed ever. Right? And you think you love your mama, but as soon as you have a baby, you're like, holy crap. And you still love your mama a whole lot. But you know what I mean. When it's your child, you're like, oh my goodness. Okay. And the thing is listen to this. When Summer went missing, they were reported to be 4 at the time. This was not true. The truth is Summer was actually 5. Why would they not say that Summer was 5? Well, I have an idea for that too. And doesn't this remind you, for those of you who remember the movie Matilda, does it remind you of that? Because I think of Matilda being like, Dad, I'm this old. And Danny DeVito is like, shut up, kid, you're this. I'm the trash man. Rah. And then she's like, You know what I mean? Love that movie, by the way. This poor Summer, her life is so similar to Matilda, where it's like all she wanted was to live and be free and enjoy life and be a flower child and just exist. Like, why is that so much to ask? It's so unfortunate. So it's like her parents, they couldn't even tell you her age. That's a big faux ball, okay? You should, I mean, it's okay if you like forget off the top of your head, but you should probably know how old your kids are. Like, if you have like 10 grandkids and you're like, oh, snap, I don't know how old they all are. Like, oh my God, there's a whole litter of them. How do I know? That I can forgive. But if it's your own dang kid and you don't even know, like, what? How, what? You best believe I will never forget the date of my son's birth. Like, not even for a second. I could be, listen, I don't even partake in the beverages, but if I did, I could be smear faced Irish style, and I could still tell you the birthday, how it all went, how I didn't understand that there was so much more to giving birth than I ever knew. It's wild. But you learn real quick. You know, you just, I don't know. You don't forget those things. It seemed as though there was a few distinct narratives, as I stated, again and again, that kept emerging from this. And it's like one would stand out amongst the rest. This is the Summer Moon Utah Wells case. It's actually one of the first and only cases like this of its kind that I've covered on my channel, because it was Sophie, Summer, and one or two others. The West case, sorry. And there was one other one. Like, normally that's not what I do on my channel, but my heart, I was like, I cannot just sit back and look at this and then watch people dishonestly cover these cases. Oh my goodness, I couldn't. So these are the only, ones that I would ever, like, I feel like I could make an exception for. So I think Don's background has done him no favors, because for those of you who do know about the case, Don is a simple kind of man, right? But a very sick man in many ways, okay? So picture someone with an affliction and you're like, oh no, they got an affliction. We'll pray for them, right? But this is way worse than an affliction. To me, I know that this is going to be controversial of a belief, but I think that there are certain things in humans, like narcissism and certain attractions, that just, you cannot cure somebody of that. You can't cure them of that, right? So if you got some sicko out here being a nasty, sick, nasty, who's got a certain type, and that type is not legal, and it's that age that they were like, we're not going to, let's say it's the wrong age. Like, yeah, maybe you might say the wrong age because you were attracted to the age that your kid actually was. Like, ew. There's some sick people out there, y'all. You need to stay safe for real. If you got minis, tell them nobody outside of this house will love you like I love you. So you need to be careful. You need to keep your head on a swivel. And I'm not one to be like, oh my gosh, it's such a dangerous world. We all need to crawl in a hole and just hide. No. Live your lives, but be prepared, because people are wild. Okay? Don is a sick person. He's a sick person. And I'm sorry, like, when you go, I went to school for art therapy. When you learn about psych and soc, like psychology and sociology, you kind of have to like do all these, like, set aside your disbelief, or like set aside your morals and values, and you have to say, like, you have to think like a thought process, right? Allow certain thoughts to happen, like, if God forgives, does he forgive this? If God forgives, does he forgive that? For example, maybe endgaming someone. Could God forgive someone who endgames someone? Well, somebody might say maybe if they were a kid and they didn't know better and they didn't understand it, then maybe. Or, no, God never forgives someone that does that, right? That's a big no-no. Well, I think that God is staunchly against somebody with a particular taste, right? I would hope God is against that. My goodness. I would hope God can't forgive that. And listen, people will say nobody's born, sick, but that's debatable. Okay? That's debatable. And people are allowed to have their different views on it. This is not an echo chamber, okay? So don't feel like you have to side with my, views on it. You have your own morals and values, and that's okay. So this sicko, sick, nasty sickness, obviously had a situation in his past, and the person that it happened with was family. Like, ugh, that's even, like, it's bad. It's real bad. That's so bad. It's so gross and so bad. Ugh. But it's even, how is it that much worse? You know what I mean? It's worse. Ugh. So it was also claimed that when he got out of jail the first time, he done did it again. So I can see why they would want to like hide that, right? Hide that fact. And why they would want to come out to the public as church God-fearing people, because they knew then people would see into their past, and oh my goodness, everybody's gonna know now that you're a kid sniffer. You know? What the hell? What the hell is wrong with people? What the hell is wrong with you people? That's all I think of. So another prominent narrative of this whole case was that so since there was a previous attempt to depart with one of their minis in the start, maybe this is what was happening again. Maybe they were trying to depart with this mini and do that. And there's actually a couple red flags that would lead to that distinct possibility. First, that the idea had already come up before. What sane person thinks, I'm so broke, I'm so famished, whatever it may be, I need to do this? How did somebody get to that point? Well, it's actually happened before. And it's not anything new, which is really messed up, but we'll get there, okay? So, as we can see, addiction and affliction can lead down some very, very dark paths. But Don's darkest days were still yet to come. Ugh. And he confirms these claims. He confirms them, saying that he wasn't the only participant that was interested in the activity. Again, I'm just like shooketh. What just came out your mouth? Boy, what? Huh? This is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is the disgusting stuff that is pushed these days that I cannot stand. Do you know what? They really think, like, this is that Freudian bullshit, that disgusting, disturbing, at any age bullcrap. No. Okay? No. Kids don't think like this. They don't think like this. They don't worry about that. They're not pervy little beings, okay? Only until a child is subjected to some horrible ish will a child be like, that's what that equals. Otherwise, no. That does not even like cross brain. And it shouldn't, because believe it or not, our brains are not fully developed until 25. And watching that stuff early, and yeah, I'm going to say it like that, you know, it's bad for you. It's literally toxic for your brain. It can destroy your reality of what love is. Like, they will think that giving somebody a roundhouse kick and a pile driver, that's love. This is not love. We're just saying, like, each their own, do your thing, as long as you're all old, consenting, whatevers, you know. But this is no bueno. Hi, Frank. Thank you so much for joining us. I so appreciate you. You're the best. Seriously. Oh my goodness, I'm so fortunate. All the time, I'm just like, thank the Lord for you. Oh, thank you. I was like, I'm looking all Wednesday Addams over here, okay? We got a little bit longer. So let me just speed run through a little bit more of this. This next part is called Bad Bluth. Isn't that funny? You know, people used to tell me I looked like T-Sweezy, Taylor Swift, but I don't see it. I think it's just because I was tall, blonde, and skinny. It seems as though Don's dirty deeds were pretty well known throughout the family. And again, pardon me while I get my barf bag. What? Like, ew. Holy crap, okay? So it's no wonder that this would be something that comes up again, okay? So not only that, but there was a very strange video, for those who don't know. Thank you. There was a video of this mini in front of a can that said for sale, a big red bin that said for sale. And she was being directed to dance and frolic and play in front of that sign. And then their parents put it on the internet. What? I can't, what? So, I don't know. Maybe 1 + 1 does equal 2. You know, maybe they did allegedly have a part in something. Just saying. Because they might be too dumb, but their addiction is not. Their affliction is cunning. Their affliction is clever. Okay? Could be the dumbest thing, but they'll find a way. They're like rats. Okay, they are creative. They'll find a way. They're like, I gotta get to my, they will. That's for real, okay? And here's the thing, okay? They have this Minnie dancing in front of this for sale sign. So, did they get her age wrong on purpose? Did they? Did they do it because first Don had a big whoops? That's not even a whoops. That's a, oh my God, you're going to hell kind of moment, right? With a 5-year-old? Oh, I want to cry. So gross. So I think that's why they got the age wrong. But listen, and it's like they're purposely obscuring her information. Believe it or not, people did used to do this. But guess when? In times of poverty or starvation, would people then sell their minis? They were like, listen, we're hungry. You got to take one for the team, Susie. Nice knowing you. Oh, this did happen though. And according to Frank DeCorter, in 1953 to 1954, due to this starvation across the country in the U.S., these minis were being sold. So you're telling me, like, what if knowingly, just saying, again, allegedly, what if knowingly the circumstances of this were created to get more minis to be sold, right? What if somebody was purposely causing starvation or poverty because they know in times of great need, people will do extreme measures. I don't know. That's just something to consider as well, okay? So I feel like this might be someone or someone's heavy burden. And I think that someone's affliction would be willing to endure this. And it's almost as if we already knew the answer, because it only gets crazier, okay? I'm going to go through a little bit more, and then I got to get going and get my mini, because unlike some people, I know where my child is. Another thing I want to go over real quick is they believe that Summer Moon Utah Wells had a learning disability. You guys know that I work with those with superpowers. That's my job. Like, I teach art to those who have superpowers, right? And they hold a special place in my heart, for I too am neurodivergent. And maybe that's why we get along so well. I have no idea. It's just what I've loved to do. But if Summer had issues, this is even more alarming because, for example, if you have a regular, if you will, child, they're okay. Like, you could probably walk away for like 5 minutes and be like, okay, Timmy's fine. Okay? But if it's like Summer and you might have a learning disability there, or there's some type of disability at all, there's no way you're walking away for 5 minutes saying they'll be okay. You don't do it. You don't do it. Like, by the way, in case you didn't know, you don't do that. You wouldn't do that, right? By the way, there's over 30-something people in here. Could you please, if you could hit the like, it's free and it really means a lot. And I never pester you guys for anything other than doing what's free, and I really, really appreciate it. And I have to be more assertive. See? Look at me being strong and assertive. I really do appreciate it, though. So you check in constantly because they are more likely to harm themselves or be harmed in an accidental way, right? They could literally stand up, trip over their own feet, and be down for the count. And where were you? And where were you? Oh, she fell asleep. You had too many cookies. One too many grandma's medicine. That's what it sounds like. Because at first it was, oh, she's fine. Oh, she went for a walk. Oh, she was gone for a minute. And then, no, she was doing laundry. No, she was sleeping. No, we were planting flowers. But the sleuths online said, no, you weren't. There's no flowers in your garden, boo-boo. And there wasn't. Yo, just like the West case when there was no chalk on that backyard. Where was the chalk? Kids are playing chalk. Where's the chalk? Simple. Math. 1 + 1. Here we go. We can do it, right? But no. See, this is a special kind of stupid. This is a special kind of desperate stupid that you just cannot prepare for. Stupid. Like, you think that won't give it away? It did. You just did. So in one of Don's first appearance, he's seen on the side of the road with one of his boys. This poor boy seemed in distress. He was upset. He was sad. He's going through a rough moment. And Don had his arm on this boy, okay? But it didn't seem like it was in a comforting way. It seemed like, boy, you best get over here and you best quiet your mouth hole and don't you say anything. Like, that's how it felt to me. You guys let me know. What do you think? For those of you who are up with this case, am I close? Do you think I'm far off? Do you think I'm, like, anywhere near it? Or what do you think? Okay, so for me, I saw a silent cry for help in this boy's eyes. This boy was looking at the camera like SOS. SOS. Like, his... How could they not see it then? How could they not see it then? If I was CPS, I would have been like, boop, 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 here we come. We're coming to get them all. Just on the living conditions alone. Okay. For those of you who've been through, like, custody battles or, like, had to fight for your child to get custody, let me tell you what. You best believe your home is going to be clean. You best believe that you got more than one person in the home that can help you out. You best believe everything is going to be prim and proper because that's what you do, right? But no, these people going to be out here straight up living with things on the floor, paraphernalia all over the place. And that's just fine. What the hell? It's no good. Yeah, it didn't seem like a comforting thing. It seemed like this boy's crying out for help. Luckily, the boys did end up getting swooped up. Thank the Lord. It was said that Don was at work, so we're told, but there's been a few times where they slip up to make it sound like Don wasn't at work. Was he at work? Was he not at work? We still don't know. Don says in an interview he feels that summer's been taken and that he's so sad that the cops had to waste all their time and energy in what they're doing. Well, Don, that's because you lied, okay? You lied through your face hole into people's faces. Like, straight up, you lied on YouTube. Straight up, you lied on the internet. And as soon as people said, Don, Candace, I will help you, he was like, help? Oh, no. Whoa, hey, whoa. You know, we just want our kid missing. We don't need help. You would think that's the thing you do need. He says, in his heart, he knows she just didn't walk off. Because she didn't. Because you know she didn't. And that's why the first title is, if they don't look, they're guilty. Like, there's a reason. Because they know. They know. They don't look because they know. He also told the police, this is the craziest part, okay? Let me end with this for now. He also told the police the first thing he was going to do was talk to the local dealers. Red flag, y'all. Red flag, red flag. Red flag on the field. Holy crap. What the hell? No. Police should have... And the police said, okay, Don. Okay, Don. Go get your fix. Holy crap. The stupidity. What? I can't. What idiot would be like, oh, I gotta go talk to all the drug dealers? An idiot that thinks he owes somebody. An idiot that thinks maybe somebody who he calls Candace's bad friends did something. How would you know that? How would you know that? And why would you go there first, dude? Like, what? I get it if you're, like, not someone under affliction. But y'all know he just went there to get a fix. Come on. Oh, my God. See, this is the problem with the world today. No street smarts, no smarts at all, right? So, thank the Lord for all of you with the eyes to see. Because, oh, my goodness, if it wasn't for you and people like Frank, I would surely go mad. I really would. Because I don't know how they don't see it. It's like Don, he's been spelling it out for us the whole time. He said it. He said it. And Don and Candace, they still act like she's alive out there. And if that's so, that means she's been kept with somebody. Alive. Going through some bull crap. Some freaky stuff that Don's into. You nasties. Y'all nasty. And I really don't think God forgives those kind of things. I really don't. I really don't. That's just me, though. Let me know what you guys think. I gotta go get the king because we all love the king around here, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. He's just such a blessing. I don't know why people are doing this. Just so you know, people are not trash. They might seem like trash. They might act like trash. But prior to, like, common belief, no, people are not trash. Do not throw people away. Do not throw them away. Make sure you take care of your loved ones. Stay awake, stay rest. Go well. Thank you for coming to your very own deprogramming session. And thank you all for keeping it so kind in the comments. You did amazing this time. And all your new names, like, I'm getting to know you now. I'm getting to know you, and I just feel so special for that, and thank you. And, yeah, just do all that's free. Check out the memberships. It's in the link down below. No pressure. Only do those things when you have the ability, okay? Seriously, no pressure. Do all that's free, okay? I adore you, and I'll see you soon, okay? And I win this one.